What's up, guys? Welcome back to Street Dreamz Performance. Today we're going to be removing this ISR cold air intake setup on my 350Z, and we're going to be upgrading it with the Z1 long tube cold air intake setup. So let's get straight to it. Alright, so we're going to be removing these short tube ISR cold air intake setup on my 350Z, and we're going to be upgrading it with the Z1 cold air intake setup. That's a long tube setup, and we're just gonna sit right on top of our crash bar, so we're gonna have to remove the bumper to get to it. And then here we got the new setup we're gonna install, still in the box. And then we got a shift knob we're gonna install on it to the Z1, and they gave me the dyno fresh air freshener, so that's cool. So yeah, let's get to it, man. All right, so we're gonna start by removing the front bumper. There's like about 6 clips right here you gotta remove. There's two 10mm bolts, one right here, one on the other side. You got to get into the inner fender, and there's some 10mm bolts you got to move up bottom. And let's get to that shit. Let's start removing it. Get the tools. So I'm using a clip removal tool to remove these. Freaking makes your job a lot easier than using a pocket screwdriver. Sometimes it makes it a little difficult. Even this one, look. I'll get that one out. Come on. You want to make sure not to break these. They're a little, could be a little, oh, there we go. Got it out. All right, so we finally got the front bumper off. Now we're gonna start removing the old intake setup so we can install a new one. Let's get to it. All you're gonna need is a 10mm. That's it, and a ratchet. All right, so we're gonna start removing the intakes now. All you need is a 10mm socket and a ratchet. We're using an electric ratchet today because we have one, but if you don't have one, you just use a regular ratchet. We're gonna wanna remove this clamp right here and this clamp. There's two of them. We're gonna remove this clamp right here. It's connected to a PCV hose. And then you're gonna remove there's another 10mm right here. There's a bracket you gotta remove, and this one right here is one, and it's connected to mass airflow sensor. And you're gonna repeat the same thing for the other side. Same process, same steps. So let's do it. All right, so we got the Z1 cold air intake setup laid out right here. Right here we got the aluminum intake piping with the silicone couplers, the high velocity air filters, and it comes with a PCB breather hose kit, and it comes with instructions to how to install it. We don't need the instructions, we're not gonna use them. But pretty much Z1 cold air intake setup is gonna improve our airflow. It's gonna give us a cooler, denser air charge, which will result in greater combustion efficiency and give us more horsepower, especially when we get tuned. Now let's install this one, and let's start it up. All right, guys, so we finally finished installing the Z1 cold air intake setup on my 350Z. As you guys can see, it looks nice. It was an easy install. It only took us about 20-30 minutes max. We had to do some modifications so the air filters can sit properly. We had to trim down a little bit of the core support right here, just so these can sit right here properly. Now we're about to just put the front bumper back on and take it for a test drive and see how it drives, how it feels. Let's go. Alright guys, so we finally finished the Z up. We got the Z1 intake setup installed already. Now we're about to just fire it up, take it on a test drive, and see how it performs. Let's get to it, man. Let's hit the streets now. Alright, so wait. That's it. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to Street Dreamz Performance. Yes, to catch us in the streets of Long Beach. See you guys next time.
Thanks for tuning in to Street Dreamz Performance. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Also, follow us on Instagram at Street Dreamz Performance. Stay tuned for the next one.